Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome, folks. Today, the Hungry Gamer is back with another episode of the Monthly Menu, and today we are talking about the top 5 games from November 2023, and this will be the last monthly menu of the year because in December I have the Game of the Year announcement, and there's the Beatrice Board Game Dog Tournament going on. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I found that the monthly menu kind of falls off as far as people's interest goes in December. So I won't be doing one in December. What I will be doing at the end of December, probably putting up in beginning of January, will be kind of a yearly recap of what games hit the table the most over the course of the entire year. But because of that, I won't be making any picks for this month or anything like that. So this will be a little bit shorter, as will next month as well. So jumping right in, First of all, how did I do with my picks for this month? First off, the list. And I said last month that I didn't think we were going to hit the list very much, if at all. And I am happy to say, totally wrong. Not only do we knock something off the list, we knocked 2 things off the list. We knocked one game that's a bit of a classic for us off the list, Tang Garden. And my wife just loves that game. We played that again, had a great time with it. And we like it enough that I'm actually now actively trying to find the expansions, the Ghost Stories expansion and some of the other ones, and just trying to find them for a reasonable price. That's how much we enjoy it, and something that she's hoping I can find, and we'll see. I've found them out there, but very, very expensive. Don't want to pay 80, 90 bucks for an expansion. So if anyone has any leads and want to let go of their Ghost Stories expansion for Tang Garden, let me know, and yeah, we can talk if it's a good price. Anyhow, the next one that we get, and so that was one that was on the list previously, and we did it again this time. And the other one we knocked off the list was Steampunk Rally Fusion, and this is one that Michael Kelly gave to me from One Stop Co-op Shop a long time ago. Things happened, he wound up with 2 copies of it, and he was nice enough to just let me have it. And I've wanted to play it for a long time. Haven't done it. And finally, we just played it 2-player. I want to play it at 4 or 5 or 6 players, but really clever little game. Fun engine building. We made a few mistakes that we had to correct halfway through, and it's just a very clever little game. And I think it's one that could be kind of a go-to large player count game. We'll kind of see what happens down the road. Next one on the list was Expeditions, and yes, played it a lot because it's one of my Game of the Year candidates, so I've definitely played several games of that. Next one was Tales from the Red Dragon Inn, and yes, we did get a game of it, and only got 1 game of it, and which is kind of sad because I'm working down the Game of the Year candidates. It is one of those, but also great because it means we got 4 of us together and we got a 4-player game of it, and so we're playing it slower because I'm actually getting 4 of us to the table. Still really fun, really enjoying it, even though it's a little bit of a retread for me because I've done some of these quests before. Just such a delightful, delightful game. Really enjoying it. Next one on the list was Aventuria. And no, I did not get it. I actually was all set to just kind of bust it out and play because I was like, okay, no, I put it on my picks. And then I realized it was already December 1st. So missed it, didn't get it to the table. I should be getting some of the new Aventuria stuff in December, so I'm sure I'll be playing it in December, but we'll kind of see what happens there. And then the final one was Freelancers. And I said I didn't think it was something that was going to be possible. And I was wrong. We did, in fact, get it played. I got to play a 4-player game of it and played a new scenario. We got crushed, which was really interesting to me because, well, we got crushed. I didn't know that was something that could happen. We lost horribly. It was still a lot of fun. And the other thing was it was really dark. Like, it was a really, really dark story, and I just didn't expect. I mean, dark in the fun way and silly, but dark. Didn't expect it. Really want to play this again. I'll be making my review for that relatively soon, but gosh, I want to play that game a lot more. And it's still kind of always the same problem. I don't want to play it at less than 4 players. I want to play it at 7 players. And so it's just hard to get that to the table sometimes. But boy, what a fun game. So moving into the top 5 games of the month. Coming at number 5 was Euphoria. And I got to play this 2-player with Original Dawn, which is one that we've been trying to play for a long time. And I also played it 1 time solo. And so as you can tell, a top 5 game of the month was only played twice, and that just goes to tell you that, again, as I've been saying the past couple months, I've just been so busy. These last 3 months, I can add all of my gameplays together, and it's less than I've played in a single month in previous months this year. Thankfully, finally, as we're going through December, by mid-December, a lot of the extra stuff will be done, and I'll have a break from school, and I'll be able to play more games. But anyhow, number 5, Euphoria. I still think it's probably my favorite Stonemaier game. Expeditions is right there, but man, I really, really like Euphoria a lot. What a fun game. Then number 4 on the list is Kinfire Delve. This is not Kinfire Chronicles. This is their new little series. It's like a $25 game, deck of cards, and it's a quick adventure for 1 or 2 players, and there's going to be 3 packs of them. Each one has a different bad guy you can face and 2 different heroes. And fun fact, each hero can be used as alternate art in Kinfire Chronicles, which clearly I like a lot. And so I got to play this a couple of times, solo and with Original Dawn, and it's fun. It's not heavy, there's not a lot going on, but it has some of that same fun card play action that you're doing in Kinfire Chronicles, and you're kind of able to help each other a little bit. And then it had some dice chucking in there to kind of keep things moving, keep things interesting, and you get to make some good choices along the way. And I've won about half the time. No, that's not true. That is not true. I have actually only won 1 time, and 1 time Don and I pretended that we won. We said, well, if this didn't happen, how would it have gone? Would we have won? We would have won the next turn. But so I've actually lost more than I've won, which is always a fun thing for me when it is a 30, 45-minute game. It's quick to the table, yet the whole time I felt like I could win. So really actually enjoyed Kinfire Delve. Looking forward to getting that back to the table relatively soon, and expect a video on that soon. Speaking of games that I hope to get back to the table soon, and you can expect a video on soon. The next one is 20 Strong from Chip Theory Games. This is their new IP, which is basically a solo way to play. Chuck a bunch of dice is what it is. Solo way to chuck a bunch of dice. And there's different IPs within 20 Strong that you can play. There's the new one, which is the Solar Sentinels, which is kind of like the base game of this. And then there's the Hoplomachus one and the Too Many Bones one, which adds a little more depth to this solo solitaire game. Chucking dice, kind of the fun thing about it is you have this huge pool of dice that you can use. 20 dice, so I think you actually only 17 dice you're actually rolling. And you can use it whenever you want. But when you use them, you lose most of them. They exhaust for a while. You have to slowly get them back or get rewards to pull them back all at once. And so it's got a bit more of a Euro vibe to it with all this dice. I mean, it's a dice chucking game, but it's got a Euro vibe to it because you're managing that resource. And that's very, very fun. I really am digging 20 Strong. Number 2 on the list was Expeditions. As I already mentioned, I played several solo games of this. I played a 2-player game of this, and this is one, like I just said, I enjoy it. It's everything that I liked about Scythe without the thing I don't like in Scythe, and that's the combat. I don't enjoy the Scythe combat, but everything else I enjoy, and this game gives me a lot of that feel, and it's got some great engine building mechanics. It looks great on the table. It's way too big, but it looks great. I love the way it plays. Really, really enjoy it. Though I'll say this is one that I think for me, 3 players is about as big of a game of that as I want to get, because you do start to get some downtime in between turns if you wind up playing it more than 3, I think. And while I like the solo, it's not a game that I would want to only play solo. I think it's one that if you're going to play it solo and you're going to play it with other people, it's a really, really good game. Really, really good. So that is number 2 on the list. That was Expeditions. Which brings us to number 1 on the list, and that is Tanaris Adventures. And another one that I'm testing to try to see where it falls in my top 5 of the year. And this one I've been playing a lot. It's actually been on the table for a couple of weeks. And again, because I'm just so busy right now. But even if I wasn't, it probably would have been on the table for an entire week, because really, there's so many different phases of this game that you're playing through, but you got to play through about 4 games, and that in between each of the 4 games you play, there's another mini game that you play, and then you have another mini game at the end of every 4 games. And it's a really, really good game. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of rules in there. I'm definitely making mistakes as I go through, but it's very, very satisfying. It's got an interesting story. The amount of quests that there are, the amount of heroes that there are, all really, really fun. Really enjoying it. And that is the most played game of November 2023. So this brings up to everybody's favorite part of the episode, and that is thank you so much to the channel members. We did get a few new channel members this past month and the month prior, and it's because I did a Flamecraft promo card giveaway, and members could just get one. So some people just signed up so they could get their card, and hopefully they will stick around because I really appreciate it. As always, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of people giving $1 a month, a little bit less than $1 a month, but it does help me go to some of these conventions. It does help me upgrade sound. Eventually, I'll be doing another upgrade on some of my camera equipment and lights, and because of member sponsors, that's why I'm able to do that. So there are 3 levels you can sign up at. There's the 99 cent a month level, which is you get to see stuff early sometimes, and I make posts that are just for members sometimes. There is the $4.99 a month level or $5.99 a month level, something like that, $7.99. Oh, that's so awkward. I don't even know my own prices. It's the 3-course meal is what it's called. And that one, you get more exclusive content. I actually do a semi-regular mail call video, which is just the stuff that comes in. It's mostly kind of like my first reaction. Oh, I got this thing. What do I think about it? And that was by request of one of the members at that level. If you are a member at that level and there's something you want to know about, I will make a video for you specifically to answer whatever it is that you want me to answer. And then, of course, there is the 7-course meal. And if you're a part of that, you get to play test games with me on TTS or Sovereignty or whatever monthly. I'll do it. Whatever you like. In fact, hey, if you want to have some say in what I'm covering, you can have say in what I'm covering. Whatever you like, because it's super, super generous. But with that said, thank you so much to all of the people who are part of the membership program. I really appreciate it so very much. And I'm not going to say that I would not be able to make content without you, because I would still be making content, but it does make it easier, and it does let me, I think, do some more interesting stuff. So thank you so very much. You've noticed all the names going across the bottom. Are they going this way? Going this way? I think they're going this way, this way, this way, this way. I think it's this way. It's probably wrong, but thank you all so very much. If you're interested in joining up, just click on the link in the description of this video. So there you have, folks. That is the last monthly menu of 2023. The next one that you see is just going to be kind of a recap of the entire year. I'd love to know down in the comments what games you think hit the table the most for me over the course of the year, and I would really love to know what games hit the table the most for you over the course of the year, over the past month, all of those things. Make sure you check out the Game of the Year video. Make sure you check out the Beatrice the Board Game Dog Game of the Year tournament, and all of those things. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.